Hi, everybody. How are you today? It's Sunday, and I'm trying to get a little closer because this is, this camera drives me so crazy because I am so unprofessional, but at least I'm transparent. But anyway, today I want to do a video for you comparing pricier wigs to the more affordable wigs. And the reason that I want to do this is simply because there's a budget for everybody. Some women have money to spend and don't really need to worry about any sort of financial aspects of their lives. I mean, these are the women that can pay over $1,000 to $2,000 on a wig. God bless them because I can't spend that kind of money on a wig. And even though I can't afford that kind of money on a wig, I'm going to be honest with you right now. And for me, the more expensive wigs in my, hold on, let me fix this hairline. There we go. The more expensive wigs within my personal budget are the wigs that run from, I would say, $100 up to 250. For my budget, most of my wigs are within the affordable range of like $25 to $50. And I am being totally honest. And there are comparisons. Like right now, I am wearing Jameson. Jameson, hands down, is the best classic bob wig of all time. And her price point runs the gamut of anywhere between $216 down to the sale price of like 150, and at some points with like wig outlets and clearance sales online, you can find her for maybe I'd say around 125 bucks. I have been very fortunate, and I make no bones about this. I've received a couple of Jamesons from my friends at Aesthetica Wigs to review. And when I tell you that Jameson is my favorite bob of all time, I'm not saying it because Aesthetica sent it to me. I'm saying it because this truly is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous wig, and she lasts a long time. I have had this Jameson since um, last January. She has been washed many, many, many times, and she always retains her shape. And no matter how many times she's been washed, the density is still there. Hold on, just for ha-has, I'm gonna turn around and show you how she still looks after, I would say maybe about 8 washings, because even though I've had her almost a year, I try not to overwash my wigs. Okay, so hold on. Here she is from the side. Here she is from the back, and here she is from the other side. Now, you'll notice she still looks really good. Hold on, because I dropped a wig. Okay, anyway, I I adore this wig, and I have to tell you, when a good wig washes well, it's like having a brand new wig. It's like having a brand new wig all over again. Hold on a second because I'm going to take her off because I want to show you the hairline on a pricier wig. Now, this is a lace front wig. There we go. Here's the hairline. As you can see, I've never had to cut it because the hairline comes pre-cut. And that's one of the great things about a more expensive wig is that the lace front comes pre-cut. And I'm not gonna lie, the hairline and the parting space come to the point where you don't have to manipulate them. Here's the inside. It's pretty much a basic cap, but I think the difference lies in here where you have this sort of, I'm going to say laser cut lace front and the parting space is bigger. Now, hold on for 1 minute because when I come back, I am going to, no, I can't because I don't know how to pause. I swear I'm the worst. So instead, I am just going to put Jameson aside. And now I am going to put an affordable bob on. Now, this affordable bob is Lena or Lina, Lyna, and she is by Bobbi Boss, which I think Bobbi Boss makes some of the greatest affordable wigs. I'm going to put her on. She is a center part wig. Now, I've had to manipulate her. Let me find the ear tabs. I'm taking the ear tabs and I'm moving them up a bit. Okay? Now, Lena is very affordable. I paid $34 for her. And I can't remember. I think I might have purchased her at either Hair So Fly Shop or Diva Tress or Glamour Tress. I really can't remember. But here's the difference between a more pricier wig, like as aesthetic as Jameson, and a more affordable wig like Bobbi Boss's Lena. She looks great, right? But I had to manipulate the part. So I'm going to show you this bag of tricks that I have because this bag of tricks is definitely needed to manipulate a wig. Ooh, Chippy, no, you can't eat this. This bag of tricks is definitely needed to manipulate your affordable wig. I mean, let's face it, with a price point, there comes a point where if something is more affordable, sometimes you just have to work it a little before you can get it to be your own. And there's nothing wrong about that because wearing a wig shouldn't be intimidating. And not every woman can afford a wig that costs over $100. I'm sorry. We're living in an age where so many things are based on money. And women my age, like in their 60s or even in their 50s, many of them have lost jobs and are not going to go back to the careers that they had simply because a lot of companies are ageist and a lot of women are on fixed incomes. And if you're on fixed income, you can still look your best. Okay? I'm very passionate about this because no woman should be made to feel less than she is, especially if she can't afford great hair, if she can't afford great makeup, if she can't afford fillers. Look, I have wrinkles all over the place. I can't afford fillers. And that's one of the reasons why I'm very transparent on my videos. Somebody's got to stick up for the average woman over 50. And that's my mission. So, anyway, let me get back to the wig. Now, a lot of times the affordable wigs can be very, very dense and thick. And some women don't like that. So I have here a thinning comb. This thinning comb cost me less than $2 at a local beauty supply shop. And this thinning comb has worked wonders on so many affordable wigs that were just slightly too thick, even for me, because I love big hair. But for example, if you have this wig and she's a little too dense for you, all you need to do is take one of the ends and just run the comb down the length of the hair. Now, I happen I happen to do this all wrong because I do it while it's on my head. A lot of people use a mannequin head to do this, but not me. But see, you have the hair that comes out. I will admit I did thin this out previously, so there's not going to be a lot of hair that comes out on her. But here, well, let me put her name. See, you get the gist. There's definitely hair coming out of this. And it's not as gross as real hair. Like if it's fake hair, you're kind of on the mindset that, hey, that's not that bad. But if it's like real hair, it's like, ugh, I don't want to look at somebody's real hair. So there we go. Okay. Now, another thing about a wig that's more affordable is the parting space. Now, I did have to take this wig when I first got her, and I had to pluck the parting space. When you're using a tweezer to pluck the parting space, make sure that you have a good tweezer. This one is by Tweezer Man or Tweezer Man, whatever, I pronounce it man. Okay, very pretty. It's red with little black lines on it, very fashionable. And it's great for plucking lady whiskers off your chin. This is really a very versatile and multitasking tweezer. Anywho, you just very, very, very lightly go into the parting space and very, very carefully. This is something you want to take your time with because if you are in a rush and you want to do a quick job, you're going to break the lace. And you don't want to ruin a wig that you just bought. I don't care if you spent $10 on it or if you spent $100 on it. You just don't want to waste money. Hold on, the sun just came out, so I'm going to try to move this into better lighting. Okay, so this is key. We have a tweezer. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is if you wear wigs on a regular basis and you like to change the style of wigs up quite a bit, quite often, I know I do. I will not wear the same wig all week to work. So people know that I wear wigs. Now, when you're wearing a more affordable wig, most likely there's going to be a line of demarcation. I don't know why. I think it's because maybe the lace on, I got a piece of hair that I thinned out on my mouth. I think it's because the line of the lace has a tendency to be a little darker. I am not going to mess anything with trying to bleach the front knots because trust me, I would totally destroy either my clothes or something would go wrong. So instead, I use powder. And if there's really an intense line of demarcation, I will use concealer. But for the most part, I'll just take powder. I use the Maybelline Fit Me in a shade. This shade is 120, and it's very much closer to my pasty scalp. And I'll just take a brush. You want a really super, super, super thin brush. This one is just like a generic brush from Sephora. And then you just want to tap, 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 tap. So that line of demarcation becomes invisible. Or you can just take a little spot of concealer. I'm telling you, this is really, really hard to do in the camera. If I was doing this in front of my mirror, it would be so much easier, but I just want you to get the gist. So, okay, there we go. So you just take a little concealer. It makes it look a little bit more natural. The other thing that I do, sometimes you need a little help with keeping the wigs, especially the more affordable wigs down. Or I don't know, like I know a lot of women who really have issues with keeping even the pricier wigs down. Luckily for me, I've never ran into that problem. But when I do need, hold on, when I do need to keep a wig more not secure, because the affordable brands all have combs, which is something that I've said before, and I wish that the luxury brands had combs in their wigs. But I like to use this edge paste. A lot of women like Got to Be Glued, and I have used Got to Be Glued. I like it, but when I'm getting ready in the morning, it really takes a while for it to dry and get sticky. So I just take a very, 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 very thin rat comb, and I go in to the paste, or actually this is edge wax. And then I'll lift and I'll just apply a thin strip, and voila. You've manipulated your wig to make it look more normal. Honestly, it doesn't take that long. And once you become adept, and the more you become familiar with wearing a budget wig, it's going to take like 2 seconds in the morning. It's still easier than dealing with your bio hair or the bio hair that you had. But anyway, I'm going to take this off right now because I want to show you the inside of the luxury, of the affordable wig. Although it is luxurious, I'm not going to lie with that. Now, I cut the lace on this. You can see some of it's a little uneven, but when I cut the lace on these wigs, I keep as close to the hairline as I can, like as close, because that's the goal. You can use any kind of scissor that you want. I prefer a smaller scissor because I have more control. But let's take a look at the inside of this cap. See, you have a comb in the back, which is going to keep it totally secure. Then you have a comb on each side. So honestly, you don't have to worry about your wig coming off at all. And I can't for the life of me understand why the wigs that are more expensive don't do this. It probably costs pennies for them to do, and they still don't do it. I mean, look, this is a great wig cap. We've got the we've we've got the extra hairs down at the bottom here in the back to actually give this blunt wig more fullness in the back. We have the wefting, the usual wefting. Now here's where the difference comes between, hold on, let me find my Jameson. Welcome to my studio, my kitchen corner. Okay, so here's the big difference. You definitely have more versatile parting space with Jameson, but with Lena, you don't have the versatility. I am not much of a center part person, but I happen to really like this center part wig. I wish that Bobbi Boss would make the same wig, but with a left side part, because I would buy like 5 of them. This is a very, very, very well constructed wig. And I think the color blending, I can't remember what color this is, but I think the blending of the color is just wonderful and natural. And I think both of these bobs are definitely tops, in my opinion. Okay, now I'm going to be back with some more wigs. Hold on. Oh, by the way, look at my outfit today. I'm not a Chico's person. I had a gift card to Chico's and I ended up getting these leopard leggings, which are so comfortable. Now, the next wigs that I'm going to compare are two longer bobs. This bob here is, oh my God, you know what? They're both so good that I can't tell the difference between them. Okay, this is the one that I manipulated. So, okay, nope, this is the one that I manipulated. Oh my God, it's crazy. Okay, this is Alice by Uniwig's La Vivid Collection. And this is Chyna, another Bobbi Boss wig. They are both longer bobs. They are very, 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 very similar. In fact, the density of Chyna is heavier than the density of Alice. I have reviewed both wigs and I am a fan of both wigs. So let's see, which one will I put on first? Hold on. I'm going to put on Alice first. You know, this lighting is really kind of getting on my nerves because I can never find good lighting. Okay, so I'm going to put Alice on. She's very lightweight, and I will show you the inside. The parting space here is great, and I'm not going to lie, for a luxury or a more pricier wig, I did have to cut the lace off on Alice. And she doesn't have combs. Alice retails for $296. Um, she's pricier, but she is a gorgeous, gorgeous wig. She also is an extremely comfortable wig. And for those women who don't like permatease, she's what you want. She does have Velcroed adjustable straps, not the bra hook adjustable straps. And she is incredibly soft and she's large head friendly. So enough yapping. Let me put her on. Now she doesn't have combs, but LaVivid did send a comb that I could sew in if I wanted to. Okay, now I'm just gonna comb her. Now, I like a wide tooth comb for my wigs. This is a rubberized comb, and she works wonders because you don't want something that's going to really like take out the hair while you end up combing her. And you don't want to use a brush either. On the affordable wigs, sometimes I will use a brush at the end of the day if it's a longer wig and I want to detangle it when I'm wearing a sweater. But for the most part, I really do like using this kind of brush. Now, as you can see, this color is chocolate caramel. Hold on, I'm gonna try to, okay. I think I helped the lighting a little. Okay, here's LaVivid's. I'm gonna stand up a little so you can see her better. Okay, here is LaVivid's Alice. She's incredibly natural looking. She's a beautiful long bob. And I think that she has gorgeous movement. The hair feels so natural. And here's the back. I think she's really definitely worth the money because I did wash her and she washed beautifully. So I can't complain about this wig at all. I wore her yesterday when we were out and about running errands. And even though there's no combs on her, man, this nugget stayed put. So here she is. Now remember, I said she retails on the LaVivid Uniwigs site for $296. And there's always a sale going on, or you can go on to, I think it's like June Penny, or like there's a couple of bloggers that have codes for Uniwigs wigs that you can get a discount on. So you will save some money. Now, let me go put Chyna on. Now here we go. Chyna is a curved part. I did add powder. I didn't add concealer. I added powder. She has one comb to the side on the left, one comb to the side on the right, and a comb in the back. She has the bra strap. She's got the bra strap, adjustable straps. She is large head friendly. And she's dense. Now, let me just get her located. I'm going to give her a little comb out. Now she's slightly longer than Alice. And this color is, hold on, this color is TT4 Choco. So it's like a dark brown base with lighter strands going through. Now, I'm going to adjust the ear tabs. make that part deeper on the side. And I'm going to adjust the combs. And here we go. Now, a lot of the more affordable wigs have a right side part. And it took me a while to get used to that because I really like a left side part so much more. But it's not a deal breaker for me because, hold on, let me try to adjust this. I happen to love a longer bob, so it doesn't matter to me that much. And when I'm at work, I can just put like a bobby pin and then twist the hair a little, and she stays off of my face while I'm working on the computer or while I'm looking down at paperwork that I have to work with. Now, because of that infamous line of demarcation, I add a little concealer, tap that in, and she's good to go. Chyna is under $30. And I was sent Chyna from Hair So Fly Shop. I think she is a gorgeous, gorgeous unit. Look, and she's dense. Like the back up, nobody is ever going to be able to tell that you're wearing a wig from behind. But I also like this because there's some baby hairs in the front as well. So if you want to just like do something fun, like tuck her behind an ear. I know I'm such a stylist. Or use a little comb or something. See how she just blends so well with my natural hair. And like that's basically it. That's comparing affordable wigs with pricier wigs. Look, how can I put this? As we age, our hair, unless we're blessed with fabulous, fabulous hair, our hair isn't what it used to be. Okay. Um, I also have a thing with trying to stick to a texture of your natural bio hair when you are getting a wig. I will say the affordable wigs that I buy are all made for African American women. And that's because my my bio hair texture can relate more to African American hair than to Anglo Saxon hair, simply because my bio hair is very, very coarse, very, very wiry. It's got the weirdest, weirdest curl pattern you have ever seen. Some of it's kinky, some of it's wavy. It's just like my hair is all over the place. My natural hair isn't shiny. When I would have it blown out, a professional stylist, a professional stylist would be able to give it a luster that lacked when I wore my hair wavy or to the back. I personally liked my hair a little bit straighter, and that's why I would spend a lot of money going to a salon to have blowouts. I don't like wigs that are Barbie doll shiny. And even though a wig like this is straight, there's no shininess to it. It's like my natural hair has been blown out straight. And that's why I like a light yaki texture to the affordable wigs that I have. I'm very particular about the pricier wigs that I get because I don't want a pricier wig that is shiny or looks Barbie doll. One of the reasons why I really love Aesthetica wigs is because there is a certain luster to it. The wigs that I have gotten and that I have purchased from by Aesthetica Designs have all been without shine. They've been lustrous, but not shiny. Um, some people will say that they're a little dry. I prefer it that way because I think a drier wig looks more natural. It's the same with Envy. Surprisingly, my husband purchased an Envy wig for me for my birthday, and I ended up loving it because after I washed it, the original shine went away and it really looks lustrous and dull. And by dull, I don't mean like dull, boring dull. I mean dull where it's not shiny. And I happen to like that. And let's face it, how many women have virgin, shiny, beautiful hair? After we hit our 30s and 40s, most of us have either dyed our hair, colored our hair, permed our hair. Um, Even at 16, I remember using in my hair. That's the beginning of it. That's the beginning of whatever you've done to your virgin hair, you've undone a lot. So as we age, our hair is duller. The texture isn't what it used to be. And that's why I am such a huge proponent of African American wigs. I I don't even feel right saying African American wigs because I honestly think that they're wigs for all women of all demographics who have hair that isn't Barbie doll, like perfect white lady waspy hair. Um, I don't know, like that's just how I feel. And I think that there are a lot of luxury wigs that do cater to the more Barbie doll hair. And that's where you get a lot of women that say, well, I don't want to wear a wig because they look so fake. Yeah, it looks fake because you're going against the grain of what your bio hair is. You need, when you're wearing a wig, whether you've lost your hair through like hereditary female pattern baldness, or whether you were like me and you just pulled your hair out and caused damage, like permanent damage, or whether you want to just have fun, or whether you've had an illness and you need to wear a wig, you need to face reality and you need to look at what your bio hair is. And that's what you need to do. You need to go with a wig that's more suited to your bio hair because that's what's going to be more natural for you. Um, I know I probably sound like a broken record because I've said this before, but I can't stress it enough. I think all women who wear wigs should be able to wear them with confidence. And unless you find a wig that's suited to the hair that you had or what you feel comfortable or what is your normal, you're never ever going to feel comfortable wearing a wig. So that's basically it. I just wanted to do this comparison because I think it's something that's needed. And I also think that it's good to compare affordable wigs to pricier wigs sometimes, because I honestly feel that there is a wig out there for every single woman and every single budget. So that's it. And I am going to go because I have to use my time wisely today. I'm going to be back with another video, but I hope that you enjoyed this. If you enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, a thumbs down, and tell me why you didn't like it. That's the only way I'm going to improve. And I also want to thank the people that have subscribed, because um, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I know that's not a lot when it comes to a lot of like mega numbers. But for me, for the over 60 demographic, I think that's pretty cool. So I want to thank you for subscribing. And that's it. Have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy the rest of the day, no matter where you are. It's autumn. Get that fall wardrobe out. And if you wear a wig, wear it proudly and strut your stuff in that fake hair. Bye bye.